What's going on, YouTube, baby? Back with another episode of Sports Picks with Big Zay, giving y'all my World Series Game 2 free pick between the Phillies and the Astros. And yesterday I posted a reel about 20 minutes before the game started. Man, I was really trying to take the Astros on the money line. But doing further research in that game, I switched at the last minute. I took the Phillies plus 1.5. I posted the short that said take the Phillies plus 1.5. Justin Verlander, in my opinion, is probably the best regular season pitcher that we've ever seen in this Major League Baseball, and probably in about 20 years or so. He's just during the regular season, he's just so good. He limits the home run ball. His strikeouts are just outstanding. But Justin Verlander is the type of guy that when he gets to the World Series and he gets further into the postseason, he never always pitched at an elite level like he did in the regular season. I was looking at Justin Verlander's stats, and he's done pitched in 6 games in the World Series, and he's 0-6. The only game that he pitched in that they did get the win, I think the Astros got a 1-run win, but when he left the game was tied. So he didn't get the win in that game. The reliever pitcher got the save. But in the games where they have given him wins and losses in the World Series, he is 0-6, now 0-7. Verlander got that loss yesterday, and we rolled with the Phillies plus 1.5. And as much as I love Verlander, as much as I love this Astros team, when a guy is 0-6 in the playoffs in the World Series, not the playoffs, but when the guy is 0-6 in the World Series, like, what makes you want to back that up? As good as his regular season resume was, Verlander is just not that pitcher when it comes to the World Series. And the Astros, in my opinion, is just not that team. I think they're going to give Mattress Mac a heart attack. Mattress Mac, boy, he been putting millions on the Astros, and the Astros haven't cashed. Last year against the Braves, they choked up. A couple years before that against the Nationals, they had a commanding lead over that Nationals team, and they still let that young Nationals team come back and get them. And this Phillies ain't a young Nationals team, and this Phillies might not be as strong of a home run hitter as the Braves was last year, but this Phillies offense just simply hit the ball. Their whole lineup from top to bottom was hitting. And the thing about Astros, when you got, people like Alvarez coming in, and he went 0 for 4 yesterday. Altuve only 1 for 4. Like, when your best hitters on your team are just simply not hitting, it's going to be really hard for you to get things done. And now we're coming in game 2, where we look at Fremler Valdez, who really has been the workhorse pitcher at any other pitchers that play for any other teams this season. You see how many innings played that man got? He's really the Astros workhorse pitcher, and he's been pitching lights out all season, all postseason. But I just don't like how he performed last year in the World Series. He played 2 games, and both games they had to take him out early against that Braves team. That Braves team came in strong against this Astros lineup, just like these Phillies is doing now. And this Phillies team means business. I think Astros, they was undefeated all the way up until last night. They swept the Yankees, they swept the Mariners, and in that game 1, the Mariners almost did beat Verlander. So they was sweeping everybody, the Astros. So it didn't surprise me that they lost yesterday. I feel like they was due for a loss. I just feel like, man, you can't let the Phillies come in here and win this game. You just simply can't. If the Phillies go back home with up 2-0 on the Astros, I think this Astros team is definitely done. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I'm running with the Phillies to go up 2-0 on the Astros. I know a lot of people like Fremler Valdez. OPS-wise, in the postseason, the Phillies have been hitting lefties really, really good. The only teams that's been hitting lefties better than the Phillies in the postseason this year so far is the Mets and the Astros. Now, next game, let's say Phillies bring up Ranger Suarez. I'm definitely riding with the Astros next game. Astros #1 team in baseball against left-handed pitching in the past 30 days. So that was one thing that was worrying me. I was telling my homie if the Phillies can go up 2-0 on the Astros, I definitely see the Astros cashing the 3rd game. Definitely, I'm taking the Astros on a -1.5 if Ranger Suarez is pitching. They just simply hit lefties better than anybody. But the Phillies definitely can have some sex with some of the right-hand pitchers like Aaron Nola, he has some major success. I think Zach Wheeler is going to have some major success, especially Zach Wheeler. I never went up against his Astros lineup, so it's not like they really know how he pitches. They could look at his different how many times he throws a slider, how many times he throws a four-seam fastball, how many times he throws a cutter. They could look at his percentages and all that, but they do not know what he's going to come in throwing. They simply don't. They never hit a pitcher like Zach Wheeler. They haven't. Zach Wheeler has never went up against his Astros lineup in his whole career. So I think that really gives the edge to the Phillies. The Astros really don't know what to expect. And I think all the pressure's on Framber Valdez. Last year you just performed awful for the Astros team. He pitched 4.2 innings and he went 2 games. He went two innings one game against the Braves, and he went 2.2 innings the next game in the Braves. And altogether, he got 4.2 innings played on just 2 games, 2 and 2. That man got 12 hits, 10 earned runs, and 4 home runs. Now, that was to a Braves team who last year about this time was hitting lefties OPS-wise just a little bit, just a little better than the Phillies are as of right now. But you see, when people put up a left hand against these Phillies lineup, this Phillies is simply getting some runs. One thing that I could really look back at when the Phillies played the Braves and the Phillies came in against Max Fried. Max Fried is one of the better left-hand pitchers in this league, one of the better left-hand postseason performers in this league. And you see what happened when Max Fried was in there, back when the Padres was beating the Phillies. The Padres had a commanding lead on the Phillies. They threw Sean Manaea in there as a reliever, and literally in 1 or 2 innings, Sean Manaea gave up 4 or 5 runs to this Phillies lineup. So that just goes to show you how they're just simply crushing lefties. And I don't think Framber Valdez is in a good spot. I think all the pressure's on the Astros. Man, they're going to give Mattress Mack a heart attack. They better let that man hit one time at least. Hit all his money back. Man, as much as I love to take the Astros, baby, we're riding with the Phillies at plus 122. I really want to give y'all the plus 1.5 like yesterday, but yesterday the plus 1.5 was negative 160. Astros on the money line was negative 170. So Phillies with the points, you was getting a better price than the Astros on the money line. And you look at today, the Astros is simply negative 140. They're slight home favorites. And the last time the Astros was negative 140, they did get the win at home. And now, against the Yankees team. And so now they're negative 140 against the Phillies team, who my opinion is just, they ain't got no injuries. They're solid. They don't have one of the best bullpens in baseball, but their bullpen has been performing this postseason. Boy, their bullpen has performing lights out this postseason. Their hitters are just hitting. I just think the Astros kind of had a cakewalk. They faced the Mariners team, who was really kind of overhyped. The Mariners team had one of the best offenses, probably one of the best lineups in this postseason. But you see their pitching staff, they was giving up close to 4.4 earned runs every single time that they pitching staff went. So they didn't have the best pitching staff. And, then after the Astros played the Mariners, they play a Yankees team who does got DJ LeMahieu injured, who don't got Frankie Montas, who got a couple people in this bullpen that's injured. So the Yankees team was definitely not 100%, definitely not 85%. They played a Yankees team that was about 80% healthy, and, they did sweep the Yankees. And, I just think, man, I got to take the underdog, baby. Everybody been riding on the Astros this year. I actually put money on the Phillies to win it. I told myself whoever wins between the Padres and the Phillies, I'm betting to take it all. I did get the Phillies at plus 220 to win the World Series. I put 400 on it for a total payout a little over 1,300. But we gonna see what happens, man. This has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. Y'all know we family when it comes to the gambling world. We taking Phillies on a plus 122, baby. Let's cash this play like we cashed yesterday. Y'all know for the MLB postseason, we hit 75% the whole entire postseason. That's simply incredible. If you don't believe me, look back at my videos, do the statistics yourself. We just simply crushing the books in baseball during the playoffs. So ride with me today, baby. Let's cash this play. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. That way, as soon as I post this video, y'all can be the first to hop on it and put y'all's bets in. If you haven't already, go in them comments and let me know who y'all like today. Are y'all riding with the Astros? Y'all riding with the Phillies? Who y'all think's the best pick? What do y'all think is the best line of this game? Y'all know we family when it comes to the gambling world. Let's catch these plays.